Dude, Red Bulls work. Thoughts on Mac Miller, dude? Mac Miller, obviously rests in peace. One of the coolest dudes I've ever hung out with. And I'm not just saying that. I know I say that about a lot of people. There's a lot of people I do not fuck with anymore. But Mac Miller, off rip, like super nice, super gentle, very welcoming. And like, for as famous as he is, like he would put his boundaries down and welcome you in if he recognized you as like a real person. I remember specifically, and I don't think a lot of people know this, but I toured with Mac Miller and Nick Coletti in Australia. I forgot what the festival was called, but they do touring festivals out there where you play the same festival like 8 times in different cities. And I was lucky enough to play a couple slots before Mac Miller. I think Chance the Rapper did it as well. And it would be, I brought Nick with me, obviously. Nick and Mac were really close. We did it. Obviously, people of that caliber, they're not really available. I didn't hang out with like Chance or anybody, but I hung out with Mac Miller a lot. And I remember sitting in an airport. It was me, Nick Coletti, and my old tour manager sitting in an airport waiting for the next flight. Mac Miller, dude, just comes and sits right in front of us. And he's like, "What's up, Nick?" He's like, "Get it, right? What's up?" Just starts talking to me and all this shit. Talking to me like, I don't know. I wasn't expecting it. And my heart was going so fast. I'm like, holy shit, bro. You're Mac Miller, blah, blah, blah. I knew his best friend / I think it was his DJ too. His name was Q. And we were just chopping it up. And he was so fucking cool. He literally it was the last flight. It was the flight to go from Sydney back to LA. And he invited us to his house. And I just met him on this tour. Very briefly, "Hey, what's up, Mac? Yo." And then talked to him for a little bit. And you're not going to say no to Mac Miller, dude. We land in LA. Me and Nick go straight to Mac Miller's house. He wasn't even there yet. And we got to hang out with Mac Miller. And then we went there again to his other house. And bro, I will never forget this. Growing up with listening to somebody's music like that and then being in their house and watching them in their own environment making music in their studio, just as a third party. Like we weren't working on anything, but like we went to his other house and I'm watching him play a Rhodes piano and record a song. And I got to meet his brother, I think. It was one of the coolest experiences of my life. And I like experiences like that. And like I talked about with Skrillex, those are the kind of experiences you have where like, I never want to change myself, but like, I'll be like, damn, like this is somebody I look up to and they make me feel good. So I need to use that and act like this going forward towards people that look up to me. Really, really amazing dude. And watching him make music was like watching a real life Dragon Ball Z movie, bro. You're like, how does that even work? Making something out of nothing. Singing on it immediately, dude, it was so tight. And Mac Miller definitely kept the French Toast Crunch handy. When I got there, he's like, you hungry? You hungry? Opens up a cupboard, 20 boxes of French Toast Crunch, not even joking. And I had a bowl. Heck, I might have two. And he also had the biggest TV I've ever seen in my life at his house. So yeah, shout out Mac Miller. Do you plan to come back to Australia in the future? Yes. Australia is my favorite place to play because everyone's nice as shit and they're very cool. A lot of times you kind of have to prepare yourself to meet fans. Like if you slept too much or if you just got off a flight and you kind of got to do that. But in Australia, that doesn't exist. And I like hanging out with fans in Australia because they're all just, very rarely do they want to pick or to say, "So dude," they just dap you up. "Oh, let me buy you a drink. Chuck us a beer." That's what they say over there. Chuck us a beer. And yeah, they're very cool. And they're very just relaxed. Nobody gets offended. If you ever get the chance to go to Australia, I highly recommend it. It's my favorite place to go. And I've been a lot of places. If I could take one guess as to the future of bass music, I would say we will finally get the rap crossover done right by smart producers. In my experience, because I've tried it too, but I've never put it out. You like one genre, you like another genre, you try to cross them over, and it does not work, but they still put it out. A great example of it working is Throwing Elbows, Excision and Space Laces. It's a dubstep song with just a little bit of metal sprinkled in there, right? Or I tried to do it a little bit with Ghostmane. That was a little bit more rap, taking different shit. Hold on one sec, my food's here. Un momento. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, crossovers. I think if they're done right, that crossovers will always be the future. Skrillex is another great example. Remember when Skrillex announced he was working with Justin Bieber and everyone was like, "What the f***? It's Bieber." Whoa, whoa. But it ended up being some of the most influential, game-changing music. Or like when Bauer worked with Future, Clams Casino with Lil B. I personally would love to take the driver's seat because I feel like I could do I don't know if you heard the unreleased one I played a couple streams ago with Yunk, but that is in my opinion, a great example of a crossover song that would work in both industries. People will listen to it for the rap and people will listen to it for the slump. Who's the dubstep producer you dislike the most? I mean, I don't want to get negative in this bitch. I could give you a whole fucking list, but I'm not gonna. Not in terms of music, probably none. Because if you're truly trying at your craft, I can't hate, even if I don't like the music, unless it's like you're ripping off somebody and putting it out. Ugh. I will not drink that. I will not. I refuse. But I remember I met DJ Snake. I'm sitting here just reminiscing on meeting DJs. I remember DJ Snake randomly DM'd me and he's like, yo, are you in LA? And I was like, yes. Never talked to him in my life. And it was well after Let Me Love You and all these other joints he made. But yeah, I remember DJ Snake texted me. He was like, come eat fish with me. I was like, okay. Went to, I don't know, someplace in Hollywood before it was a zombie apocalypse. And I sat down and had a very expensive fish dinner with DJ Snake. And it was another one of those moments, much like the Kill the Noise moment and the Mac Miller moment, where I was just so nervous the whole time. So I was just doing my best to make everybody laugh. And it worked. Shout out Snake, dude. Great fucking dude as well. Oh, nice. My Uber Eats driver was a fan. Damn it. Shit. Well, now he knows where I live. With Deadmau5 selling Mousetrap for 55 mil, does that include Visceral? Oh, I actually didn't know that. Damn, good for him, bro. Deadmau5, great guy. I never had experience with Deadmau5, and the only thing I ever heard about him, and read on the internet, which you should not do, is that he was an asshole. Oh yeah, everybody always talked about how Deadmau5 was a dick, and he was a hater, but dude, no, he was just real. Deadmau5 is very honest. He's very just like, I don't like that. I don't like that. That's good. This is trash. You know who else is like that? Is Puya. When I first started working with Puya, I had to get used to that, but it's not a bad thing. They're just very real, which is great. It's great to work with somebody like that, but you have to learn how to not take it. Like, I'll show Puya beats. I've shown Deadmau5 songs, and they're like, nah, I don't like this. What else you got? And you just got to get used to it, like, okay, whatever. But Deadmau5 is the fucking man, bro. He put me on heavy. He invited me to his fucking house, dude. I went to his house. He was we were riding ATVs in his backyard. I think I actually filmed a vlog, or I tried to, but I wanted to live in the moment, so I just kind of put the camera down. Do I like Pantera? Rest in peace, Dimebag. I'm going to be real. I mean, obviously I fuck with Pantera, but I never got super into them. Same with like Metallica and like Slayer and stuff. I'm not going to say I love them because I've heard the same 5 songs from each of them, but I know how impactful they were and their music's fucking great, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'm a giant Pantera fan. I pretty much got into metal because when I switched schools, I was going to one middle school with all my friends, and we were ska kids, straight edge, never do a drug, blah, 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 blah. We would skank and listen to ska, go to Aquabats concerts. And then when I got into high school, I had to switch schools because, I don't know, there was some lie on my transcript or something, and then I had to switch schools and make all new friends, and that's when I started doing drugs and listening to metal and becoming a freaking badass anime man. I think my first death metal band that I really got into was a local band called North of the Woods. And then I'm probably going to get demonetized for the name of this next band, but my first experience with grindcore was Circle of Children. Let's see if I can find it, actually. What a sketchy search, but I'm telling you. Bring Her a Mushroom Cloud, yeah. It's a scary song. When I first heard it, it scared the shit out of me. But then I went back and I was like, wait, I kind of like that. This part. And that's when I really got into metal. But I never was like an old head metal guy. I remember seeing you at the Fonda for your What the Frick tour. Got the chance to meet you and Nick Skrillex after the show. Skrillex even tied my homie's shoes. Dude, this is wild because literally last week I was talking with Nick and Spock about that show with Skrillex. I like I said on the last stream, I forget a lot of the cool shit that I've done because I'm always thinking in the future. And I've been trying to be grateful, been learning how to be grateful and appreciating everything. So it keeps you out of the dumps. Very, very powerful and simple tool. Nick explained it really well. He was saying he's like, dude, anytime I'm waking up, he's like, I'll go as far as to like be like, I'm grateful for having both of my hands or like having a brain or having this cool Supreme hat and like being grateful on that shit. And dude, I completely forgot about that show. It was a Getter show at the Fonda. I think it was sold out. There was a lot of people there. But Skrillex came to the show and did a back-to-back with me at my show. Skrildo Baggins, the legend. And I completely forgot about it. So that's crazy that you were there, bro. That show was history. Skate 4 been a blast. Yo, what brand was that dark flannel you had on the other day? Shit was fly. Much love. Keep banging out beats. Terror's dope as fuck. Thanks for drinking Peebus. Love that. That's my favorite name I've seen so far. Great name. One of the best names on YouTube. Yeah, Skate 4 has been sick. It's been a lot of fun. I can't wait to play. I think, yeah, the play test is out now. I want to go home and play it, but I'm here with y'all, so that should mean a lot to y'all, all right? That flannel was Warren Lotus, my favorite designer. It was just a flannel with a nun on the back. He does drops randomly. I just follow his Instagram. It's at Warren Lotus, WarrenLotas. And his shit is expensive, but his shit is fucking dope. And he's got a store in Beverly Hills that's really sick. Back in the day, when I was younger, I was a numbers guy. And I would always trip on numbers, and it would bring my drive down. My drive. So now I'm just I don't give a fuck about the numbers, dude. Trying to get back into making a schedule in my life. And this is on the schedule. So whether there's 6 people, 670 people, 1 million people, dude, like, we're here. These streams are fun. I like them. Yeah, man. These streams are going to be fun.